going? Okay, sorry, it froze. Okay. Sorry, I just went to recess and then I went to go do this thing I'm about to talk to you about. It's really hot in the 5th grade hallways. So, I'm just really hot right now. So, my name's Catelyn R. And I'm doing a video on History Alive, the Revolutionary War. So, in the chapter that we're talking about how America broke free from Britain and how we got back and how we're a free country now and we're independent and everything like that. So I caught on to this really quickly, but not every person did. So I'm going to show you this picture in our book. Here it is. So this, as soon as my teacher said we're doing Tug-of-War, this is immediately what I thought of. This picture in our book. Okay, so we all know that the British Army was the one who was wrong. They should have just let us break free. And since I'm the tallest person in my class, I had to be like the British Army too. So this is America, us right now, and there had a lot of people who were really not really strong, but there was a lot of determined people. The British Army, which I was in, I was like this guy. I was the anchor, and I was the tallest and stronger. So what we only got like the shorter people in my class got 7 people, and we got what did we get? We got what did we get? We got 3. We had 3 at first, but then these guys, this was like Ben, and these weren't our allies. These were the guys who started farther away. And so these guys were Ben and Harvey, and they had to come in and help us 15 seconds after everything already started. And then these guys were America's allies. So there was like 9 people who were sitting out of the class, and like after 10 seconds they were allowed to run up and go help their team because they were the allies. So we technically just did that. So I was, sadly, since I'm taller, a part of the British team. So I had to be the bad guy. And we had to take all these notes about it and everything. And so, really, this was like a metaphorical thing. It wasn't, Britain and America didn't do a tug-of-war over who gets this giant piece of land and who gets this kind of giant piece of land. So Britain lost, we all know that, or else I wouldn't be an independent American working on History Alive right now, learning about being independent. So obviously, Britain lost because they surrendered because they were in so many fights because Britain's just terrible. Britain's not terrible anymore, but they were. They made all these unfair laws and everything. Like we'd be Britain. I'd be British right now, and I would have a British accent, and I can't do it. So really, I would be Britain. I would be British right now if Britain didn't make all these weird and unfair laws, or if they let some or if they let some colonists, if they let one colonist be like deciding the laws, like be a part of the government, I'd be somebody who's British, and there wouldn't be in America, because that's what started ticking them off. And then with all these unfair laws going on, like, I'm not even going to name them all, the colonists got so angry about it that they were like, we need to break free, we need to become independent. And so they started a war, and they were like, okay, we will fight for this land. And what happened was so this is what happened in our class. Well, not in our class. The British Army was made of so many people. The British Army had people who started in the back, and they had not that many people, but they were really strong and tall. But then the American Army, who were the colonists, had less people who were weaker, but still strong. And then they had allies to come and help them, so they grew bigger. But Britain was farther away from home because they had the war in America. And so Britain was farther away from home, and it took 3 months just to get food back and forth from the seas. I actually really want to go to Britain right now, but I'm in America. So, I can't go to Britain. So we wrote down all of these things that were like what we did, and then what happened in Britain history. So like the other team, the right team, the blue team, the ones that were fighting for independence. Our teacher is like, on your mark, get set. Wait. I need to go tell them something. So he walked over there, went and told them a secret, and like helped them, and then walked back, and it was like, okay, ready, set, oh wait. And he did this like 10 times. Then we finally got to start. Okay, and then the other team, the blue team had allies. I'm the British team, so the blue team had allies. I'm gonna be called the red team, okay? So the blue team had all these allies from Paris and Spain and Canada and all these other places, and we had like 3 or 4. What else? So Britain was in war almost everywhere. That's why they surrendered. We won because Britain was like, oh my God, we need to meet in Paris. What the heck? Oh, okay. If you saw my last video, I'm using the same computer. It blacked out again. Like completely blacked out. I need to give this to our tech supervisor. She's actually right across the hall from me. Oh yes, so the blue team got a prize if they won, which they did win. So, sorry, my friend needs help and I'm in the video, so I can't help her. So the blue team got a metaphoric prize when they were done, and their prize was to be independent and free and everything. So technically we lost. Britain lost, and I shouldn't do that. Britain lost, America won, we became independent, end of subject. That's all I have for you this video time, because we have to give the computer card to a different class in a few minutes. So, moral of story, the blue team had more advantages than us, and the British team, which is the red team, did not. They had like 0 advantages, because they knew where they were, the blue team knew where they were hiding, and they had allies and everything. We had guns and gunpowder, and sometimes a defense, like some Americans, oh my God, 1 second. So, some Americans had to, some Americans hid in trees, and it's like let's say this is my tree, and I'm hitting, I don't know who that is. Let's say this is my tree, I could have lights now, it's a hat. This is my tree, and I'm hiding in it, and you can't see me. And this British soldier walks by, walking, and I'd be like, and he'd be like, no, let me. So sometimes we went like, this is my tree, right? I'm hiding inside of the tree, but I can't go inside a notebook. This is the British soldier, and this is my gun. So it's he's walking, he's dead. So, we killed most of the people, and we did not listen to all the laws, but we broke free, and we became independent, because Britain had more wars to go fight, so they gave up, and they surrendered. And we formed a peace treaty and things like that, and then it all worked out fine. I don't know, like I know France is still our allies. France is one of our biggest allies, and Paris, that's the place. And so I'm not sure if we're allies with Britain, even though this war took place in 17 something, and that was 300 years ago. Yeah, 300 years ago, if it's 20 something, 2017. Okay, so I need to go give the computer cards to somebody else, so this is wrapping up the video. I hope you learned something about history. I'm not that great of a teacher, but I hope you learned something. Bye! That didn't work. Bye!